Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Juana. I am the crafty Puerto Rican. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to decorate with Hotfix Rhinestones. I'm going to be using my Cricut machine to cut the template, and I'm going to take you through the whole process. So guys, let's get started. Okay guys, so we are going to be working with one design that I got from CraftableThings. She has a blog, she has a channel on YouTube, and she works a lot with rhinestones. And I also going to use one that I included in my last rhinestone video, which is this one right here. But this time I'm gonna repeat it, but like in the simple design, okay? So let's do this first. Let's go to upload image. Let's go to browse. And I'm gonna go to my downloads, and it's gonna be this one. This is the new one. This is an error upload. We're gonna go selected. We're gonna go to add the canvas. And we're gonna see if it's gonna download on a regular size. So I know for a fact that this is not the regular size, and it includes SVG file if you want to do it with vinyl, but I'm gonna use only the big one. So I'm gonna to ungroup it. And I'm gonna click this one right here, select it, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hide it because I'm not gonna be working on this, okay? I'm gonna hide everything. Oh. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete because I don't need it, okay? So now I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna group it because I did ungroup, so now it just giving me pieces, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna group it, the whole thing, okay. Group. All right, now I can move it and the pieces are not gonna move around. I know for a fact that this is not the size. Let's go back to here. I'm gonna go to my files and I'm gonna recount. The file for this one is 10.88 in width and 5.2 in height. So all I need to do is use this number right here. I'm gonna make sure that this is locked and I'm gonna enter the number 10.888 and I'm gonna hit enter. And this is the size, okay? Right here. So that's the one we're gonna be working on. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut this and then we're gonna brush this. Hopefully this video is not gonna be too long for the cutting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my machine because it's not on yet. I'm using my Explore Air 2. I usually use my Maker, but I decided to give the Maker a break because I've been using the Maker for everything lately. So let's see, hopefully it might take a little bit longer to cut, but you know, I need to use this machine also now and then, right? Just to give it a break for my Maker. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna hit make. First of all, I always gonna save. I always save my designs because yes. Okay, so I'm gonna save it. Okay, so now it's saved. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna change the machine because I have it set up for the Maker. So we're gonna go to the Explore family. Okay, so we switch to the Explore family. We're gonna hit make it. Okay, so it's giving me 4 mats, but I'm gonna put it all like in 1 or 2 mats. So I'm gonna get this one and I'm gonna transfer. You've seen me done this before. I'm gonna move object. I'm gonna hit black one. I'm gonna say confirm. Let's separate this. Right, let's separate this one. Place this one up. Okay. Right here. And then let me see, the next one will be the blue. We're gonna do the same thing. Move to object. Gonna be move it to the black one. Gonna go ahead and separate it. Remember, this is the ombre, so it has 4 pieces to it. I wonder if I can fit all of them. Let me put this a little bit. It would be so nice if they all fit in one mat, because I will say in flock a lot. So you always need to try to fit, to save flock. Flock is expensive, guys, okay? So all I need to do is make sure that I have enough space, because what I do is I block the ones that I'm not using with painter's tape, and then I do the other. Let me see if this one fit. I'm gonna do this, same thing, lock, confirm, and hopefully it will fit. Let me see. Meaning fitting that I don't have to use the long mat. You know what I'm saying? The I don't like what I need to use when I use the long mat. Let me see if I'm good in here. As long as you are under the red line, we are okay. You don't want to overpass that, because then you're gonna cut on top of the holes. And you know what I mean? You're gonna cut off some of the holes. And this looks good to me. Okay, so this looks good. I don't think I'm gonna need, hopefully, another mat, like a longer mat, because I don't want to use, I don't like using them. I mean, I have it, but I don't like using it much. I don't know why people. All right, so let's see. I think this looks good. Okay, so we're gonna hit continue. We're gonna hit continue. Okay, so it did accepted in one mat, which is great. So now I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the dial for the material. So it's gonna be custom. Remember that, make sure that your dial on your Air 2 reads for custom material, okay? So in this one, I'm gonna hit the rhinestone flock, which I have already set it up. I'm gonna show you how easy that I do it. You have not seen my videos before to browse for all material. You're gonna go browse for all material, and usually you what you do is just you add it to your materials, okay? And so you go to material settings, and then you're gonna go to the end, and then you're gonna add new material in here. All right, you're gonna add a new material, add new material. I'm gonna put the name in here, and I'm just gonna put flock. I already have it in, but I just want to show you the way I do it. So I'm gonna hit save. And once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna look for it, okay? Right here, flock. And then I had to set it up to what I said. I set up mine at 350. Each cutting machine is different, depending also how old your blade is. Mine's, I changed it the other day, not the other day, about a month ago, but I'm gonna leave it at 350 and see how it cuts, okay? So once I have it at 350, I'm gonna hit save. And then I need to go all the way out here again. I had to close this page. And then I had to cancel everything. Everything. It's like you're starting all over again. You're gonna cancel these two, okay? It's gonna take you back to the original. Then you're gonna go to make it again. And then you're gonna go take, oh, we have to start all over again. I cannot believe it. We have to start all over again, people. So let's start. But that's the way you set up your material. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this part because you saw me doing it already. People, we are here. on the material, and then what you're gonna do once you're here and you browse all material, you're gonna like look for the one that you chose, okay? It's right on flock, okay? And this is my original one. What you're gonna do after that, you're gonna mark it because that's one of your favorite, and it's gonna appear every time you go to your material, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to choose the flock. Done. So now I'm gonna go ahead to the table. I'm gonna show you how I place the flock into the mat, okay, the Cricut mat. Okay, guys, so this is the flock right here. This is the mat. So we're gonna be using this, okay? And I'm gonna show you how is it that I place my flock on the mat. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut the flock, okay? You have two ways of doing it. You can either use it with the backing on or without the backing. Because I'm using my Air 2 Cricut, I'm gonna do it without the backing. With the maker, I do it either way and it works pretty good, okay? But this one, I haven't done it in a while. I haven't cut flock on that one in a while. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna measure it right here. You're gonna place this same way you place your vinyl with the Cricut. And I'm assuming that if you're, you know, watching this is because you have a Cricut or you are thinking of having a Cricut and you have an idea how to do the regular vinyl or either the HTV, the heat transfer, or the regular permanent or temporary vinyl, okay? So I'm gonna cut, I usually cut more than what it says. So it says about 11 and a half, I'm gonna go for 12, okay? Just to be on the safe side, people. And I'm boiling it right here. Hopefully I'm going all the way to the 12. A little bit hard to tell. It's not perfect, but it's almost there. I wish they will place like on some of the transfer tape that have the line and the measurement, and that way you will know exactly how to do a clean cut, but they don't have it, okay? So for the other one that I might brush, all depends on how long this video is going. The other one has been already cut and everything, so I don't need to do this part. I'm doing this part because this is a new design that I just downloaded. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the backing. Then I'm gonna place it. Always making sure that you are right on the lines, right? Sometimes I have to redo it like a couple of times to make sure that I'm aligned, because this is very sticky. Okay, so now it's perfect. It covers everything. You don't have nothing, and the design is not 12 wide, so I have plenty of space in here. Okay, so now once I do this, let me pick up this. Once I do this, you're gonna get the brayer. You're just gonna, you know, make sure that everything is flat. So once you're done, you take it to the Cricut machine. So I'm gonna move you around, okay? So I'm placing the mat in place. So this one is cutting. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna start brushing the one that is already cut. And when this is done, we continue with this one, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna start brushing this one. I'm not gonna be talking. I'm gonna go through fast forward with this one. And I'm going to be using for this design, the inside, I'm gonna make it in hyacinth. This is the border. The border was brushed ahead of time to make the process a little bit faster. This is sapphire right here. Sapphire. I'm using the baby's booty stones for this. If you have seen my videos, you know that this is a stone that I'm using. All of them are from the baby's booty. So I'm using hyacinth for this part. I'm using the citrine AB for the word vibe or vibes. Okay, so let's get started. And if you are new, I'm using this for picking up the rhinestones at the end. This is the brush, which is a painter's brush that I use for brushing. And this is my wax pen or a pickup pen. It's made out of wax, so I can pick up the stone. Okay, so let's get started. Now I'm going to be looking closely, making sure that I don't have any doubles or any on top of the other. I have already a piece of transfer tape that I used the last time, which is still good because you can reuse it a couple of times. I will say mine, usually I use it maybe 3 times. Sometimes when you try to use it too many times, then they don't stick. So I don't want to take that risk. And they're not sticking. So this is a lot of stones, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it like a tackle. And I'm gonna drop it fast and then done. Okay. Make sure that none of the stones get out of place. Like here, there's one that is out of place. I already saw it. It turned around on me. Up here. Let me see around. Sometimes, most of the time, I don't have an issue. But this time, they turn. And then what you do with your nails, you place it back in position just to make sure everything looks good. So this one down here is a rebel one. Sometimes when it does that, it's because it's an extra one. So let's see. I just like doing this to make sure that they are stuck and in place in the right hole. And also when you do that, you can feel if there's some additional ones on top. Okay, so let's take it off. There's one left behind. So you just go back. And that is that I have an additional one in there. That's what happened. Which I'm gonna take it off. I know which one it is. Yeah, there's one on top each other. So let me remember what it was. If I can see it right here. Okay, so that's it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna place the backing back because I'm not gonna use it right now. I'm brushing stones. So I'm just gonna place this in here. And save it for later, okay? I'm gonna save it for later. The stones is right here. Yeah. Let's go to brush the next one. So guys, I'm gonna brush this part in here, and I'll see you when I'm done and start the next one, okay? See you in a little bit. So I am done with this one. I don't see any doubles anywhere. So I forgot to mention, I'm assuming that you all seen me do this before. There might be somebody that is new to the channel. I use this transfer tape. It's KTM transfer tape, especially for heat project and transfers. So especially it's used for rhinestones because you can put it on the heat press and it will not melt. So you cannot use just any transfer tape, okay? It needs to be one that is made for withstanding heat, all right? So this is about right. So let's cut this off. Sometimes when I cut new fresh transfer tape, I need to be very careful because of the static that it comes with. So I'm gonna cut this a little bit more because you don't want this to be way too big because it sticks in here and it can lift up the stones out of place. So I try not to cut it too big. And when you move the stone, people, very careful. Don't shake it too much because they come off place. So I'm gonna go ahead and do about this. Put this up. And yeah. So you're gonna do the same thing with this in the other one. We're gonna drop it. Don't think it twice. You have to compromise because if you put it down and lift it up, everything's gonna come off place. Right? This is good. This one is gonna stick very well because it's new. So I should not worry much about it. It's a piece of hair caught in here. Okay. Lift it up. Do you see how it's stuck on the table? I don't like when it does that. Because then you have to like pull roughly and you take the risk of lifting up the stones out of place. You see how easily it came? Because the tape is brand new. There we go. We're gonna do the same thing we did with the other one. We're gonna put it away because we're gonna move to the other table where the tip, place it in the wrong place. Okay, but I'm not gonna leave there. So it's gonna stay like okay. Right here, I have my 3 pieces. So I'm gonna take it to the heat press and we're gonna press this shirt. So this is the shirt I'm gonna be using. It's a soft style by Gildan, dry blend, soft style. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the lint roller. You always use your lint roller when you're dealing with garment decoration, no matter what kind of garment decoration it is. I think I'm gonna be blocking you, so I'm gonna take you this way because I don't mind to block what I'm doing. Okay. So. I think you have a better view in there, and I'm not gonna be blocking you. I'm not gonna need this anymore. We're done with this. For those who are new to the channel, I get my flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse. It's a Rocker brand, Rocker or Rocket. I think it's Rocket brand. I think they sell that brand in other garment decoration store. This one is done. Okay. I'm gonna take it off and I'm going to work with it later. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn you around again and continue with this. Okay, so let's finish with this. Like I was saying, Rocket is the brand name, okay? So I'm gonna start with the border or the outline first. Make sure this one is, make sure that, so make sure that all the stones are in place. This one came off. Okay, so that looks good. I don't see any other one out of place. So let's do this. I'm gonna try to eyeball it. I don't like my designs too low. I just don't. I think the design should not be more than 3 inches low, because then it's gonna be for the woman in the middle of the boobs, and you don't want that. And for the man, then it's gonna be too low, almost on your belly. So 3 to 3.5 fingers, that's what it should be. Looks good. One thing that I need to tell you, when it comes to these outlines, when you put it down, don't stretch out the t-shirt, because then the outline is gonna be away from the fill-in part. That happens to the one that I did that it has the ombre on this one. It's a little bit separated because I remember I stretched the t-shirt because it was kind of bumpy. Don't, once you put it down, don't stretch out the t-shirt, please. Don't. All right. So I'm gonna do this part now. I'm gonna press it. And like I mentioned before, 350 degrees for 12 seconds. Okay. Okay, so this is done. Okay. I love this tone on tone, like blue and blue. Beautiful. This tape, I'm gonna get rid of it because I've used it many times, so it's gonna go to the trash. Okay. So now we're gonna be doing this part. Let's go, people. So now we're gonna place one more. Wow, this is amazing. I love it, love it, loving it. And I forgot to mention that I decided to switch the stone on the vice board. I decided instead of the citrine AB, I decided to do it in crystal AB, because this was already giving me all this summer color. So yellow on top of that, I thought it was gonna be too much. So I decided to switch it to crystal AB instead, okay? So this is crystal AB. And this one is a layered part. I'm gonna layer it in place. It's perfect right there. And get a little bit closer to the stones. Put my button here. Beautiful. And I'm gonna place this here on the top. Let's go. was looking for the Teflon sheet. Is all the way back there, so I have to look for it later. Look at these people. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna take this off here, and I'm gonna show you how I clean the mat after I do this, okay? Okay, so I am done taking all the little circles of the flock. If you're new, this is a cutting mat from the $1.25 store, and that's what I used to store the template. So yeah. Okay. So as you see, all of the areas are all together. So what I do is that I use painter's tape, and I block the areas one by one that I'm not going to use, so that the stones don't mix when I'm brushing here and they stay here. So for example, let's do this one first to show you. I'm going to block this part in here so that I don't have any stones on this part. I'm not going to do this part because usually I stay around here, so I don't think any stones are going to jump in here. So I'm just going to block the part that is closer to this. And that's what I do with the rest of the design. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start blinking. You saw me brushing the other design, so I'm not going to show much of this one because the video is going to be long, too long. Okay, I'm going to show you now how is it that I clean the mat. Like I told you, you have the option to use the backing that comes with the flock, and then you peel the backing, and whatever is left over, if anything, then you pull out the little circles like I told you, or you can do it this way. For the most part, I do it this way. I just do one movement around and scrape this without lifting the, I don't know how you call this. It's a dough cutter that I used to cut bread when you're baking. Cut the dough. So it's only one movement. Only one movement. You see how clean it is? You don't have to even press too hard because it's not stuck that hard in there. And I just do one movement. And I keep going. And I keep going until I finish here. Then I bring a trash can and I empty into a trash can, okay? So I will start brushing the stone into this other design, and I'll see you in a little bit when I'm done, okay? So I'm gonna be using Labrador for the border and the word at the end, and then for the top part here, I'm gonna be using Capri, which is like a light blue. And for the bottom part, I'm going to be using Burrito AB. All right. So like I said before, I'm going to start brushing this. I'm not going to be talking. I'm just going to show one little piece, and then I will see you at the end when we are ready to press it. All right. So I decided to place this design on a tote so that I can use it for the summer, for all the activities in the summer. So I already placed the outline. I hope it's a good placing because I'm thinking the word is gonna come down here. I don't want it to be too much in the bottom and not too high. So let me put it a little bit lower, just a bit lower. Like around here. Yeah. That way, yeah. That way when I put it under my arm, I'm not gonna be blocking this. What do you think, guys? So I put pen a little bit lower, like right in the middle. Right there. I think that's good. Hopefully, because I'm thinking when I do this, I don't want them to be wrinkled. I put a little bit, tiny bit. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so let's go. This is good. So now we're gonna place the top part. It's hard because I'm working like upside down. It's hard to figure it out, but I think this is the right, yeah. This is the peridot. So that's on the top. Nice, hopefully. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna do the last part. Being AFILIATES, I think it was good. And I'm gonna cover it with this. The rest of it. I'm gonna turn it around so that you can see it. Give you a closer look. And I'm gonna rock this toad the whole summer. Look at how beautiful, people. Look at how pretty. I am in love. I am glad that I did this one. This tote is a gray. It's like a grayish, olivey kind of gray. And this is Labrador, Peridot AB, and Capri. I love it. Bling, bling. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Well, guys, this is all for now. I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any questions, you can write those questions down on the description box. Don't forget to click the like button on your way out. And if you're new, go ahead, subscribe to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. I will see you soon with some new content. Bye-bye. See you later. Hasta luego.